Brett here with Nitro RC Life. So I'm really excited to do this video. I have always wanted to show the Big Red. I've always wanted to see a Big Red. And a big thank you to Skyler. He is letting me borrow this engine so I can make this video. So Skyler, you're the man, dude. Like, for sure. I appreciate it. And also, to make this a little quicker, I have mostly taken it apart. There's only one screw in each spot. But anyway, I really dig the way that they did this pull start. It's a pull spin start combo. I don't know if any of you guys are really familiar with this or not, but these, I don't know. The bad part about them is the pull start's not a very high quality pull start. I would not, trust this pull start for the first, at least until the motor is broken in. Definitely use the spin start as much as you can over the actual pull start, because the cord, I will show you here in a second, the cord is ghetto. And it's just not super awesome for actually ripping a brand new motor. Maybe if you upgraded the spring, sorry guys, the string, the rip cord. If you upgraded the rip cord, it might be all right. Okay. Pull this down. Let's pull this sleeve out. Let's unhook this guy, and then let's get this video started. Oh man, that crank is in there. Oh yeah, we had to push that thing against the ground to get that out. That's a really tight fit with those bearings. That's awesome. That's great. Good sealing. So we will start with the pull start, and I will show you what I mean. Look at this cord, right? It's like kite string. My camera's not focusing on it, but anyway, it's ghetto string. You don't want to use this to start the engine. You definitely want to use this and a hex, because this will break, and they are like $24 to replace. I had to replace one on my Losi 454. And this worked perfectly, by the way. Same dimensions, same hex, all that. It's all the same as the 454. And then let's move on to the back plate. So it is a internal one-way bearing motor. And the back plate does have an insert. It is non-interference. And just like the Dynamite 19, they made like a silicone bead for a seal down here. I haven't noticed any issues with my Dynamite 19. I really wish that this was an O-ring and not like this. But it is what it is. I don't know. Maybe it's not a bad thing. Standard starter shaft. This motor is brand new. Skyler has not ran it in lieu of this video. He wanted me to make this video first, or at least I asked him if I could make this video first, and he agreed. So onto our crankcase. So it does have a couple little cuts there. It is, pretty standard. One thing I noticed right off the bat, and let me try to get it in the light for you guys. It is painted inside there, or anodized, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know if you, let me try to get an angle where you see that. It's painted. It's crazy. But anyway, real standard stuff. The case, for a $169 motor, you're not, I don't know. It's definitely not a bad case. It looks great. Steel bearing, front and rear, just your standard bearing. Feels super smooth. There is no O-ring in the bottom of this, intake here. The carb has two, just so you guys know. Inner gasket, or a lower gasket, upper gasket. But yeah, just a real standard. It did come with plugs. A plug for the exhaust and the two plugs for the carburetor, which I thought was really cool. Okay, then let's move on to the carb. Take this little plug off here. Okay, so it is let's take a look at it. Short needle carburetor. It is a aluminum design. I love how it comes with this little ball here. That's neat. Get a new motor, replace your ball. Those things tend to strip out over time, just jerking on the carbs. Especially if you're using a super strong servo, you will absolutely strip those out. So the needle setting's kind of odd. That's, up there. But maybe that's good. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't started the motor yet, so I don't know. We are going to be installing this in his Savage X. And oh man, I'm so excited. It's going to make his Savage absolutely rip. Okay, let's look at the head button now. So it is a standard head button. It does have the exhaust indicator. It is using a R4 glow plug, and that is a medium cold glow plug. There is a couple more colder ones out there. Only one head shim. I would say it's a 1, but I think it's a 2. I honestly do. But it also feels like a 1 though. I don't know. I'm not super fancy like Nitro Taco Todd. That dude, he knows his stuff. Looks like a 1 though, to be honest. Not a 2. I could bust out the calipers and find out though, I guess. But not super important. Okay, let's look at the crank. So our crank does have some work done to it. It's got those little scallop fangs here. Wow, my camera's just not really focusing today. All that amazing. There we go. Looks a little better. Anyway, sorry guys. So it's not a super massive window. I mean, it's definitely timed pretty good. I feel like that leading edge is, nice and sharp. It does have the oil groove. No shark fin, no leading or tailing edge. None of that. Shark fin, tailing edge. Sorry, my bad. But it looks good. Definitely looks good. Okay, now let's look at our piston and sleeve. All right, so it does have some oil on there. Flat topped piston, 3 grooves, 3 oil grooves, so that's cool. Connecting rod, nice and knifed edge, nice and beefy, very bulky connecting rod. I doubt you'll have any rod issues. Good looking piston. Definitely nothing wrong with it. I did notice a little minute scratch in it though. I don't know if you can see that. Let's try to rock it. So yeah, Skyler, I don't know if, that's from assembly, but, I never tried to pull, ripcord the motor or anything like that. So I'm guessing that's from just, initial assembly. It's not bad. When you look at it up close, it's only in the first 2 grooves. It's not actually at the top where it's, super important. So I wouldn't worry about that too much, but that definitely, definitely bothersome for sure. I would maybe talk to Dynamite about it. And, if they ask you to send it back, I might send it back to them. and see if they'll get you a new piston and sleeve for that thing. And then on to our sleeve. Let's find our intake here. Okay, so it is a lot very similar to the low C 454. 1, 2 intake, 3, 4. Is it a 4-port? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so it's a 6-port. Plus exhaust. But anyway, okay, so here's our intake. Nice good angle cuts. I'm surprised I don't see some fangs, considering that the Schnurly port's got fangs. But the chrome looks great. The sleeve looks amazing, nice and oiled. They did a great job. I don't know if you guys can see the oil in there, but it is definitely just caked in oil. Love to see that from the manufacturer. That's great. My finger's leaving oil all over it. Exhaust port, has the little dog ears, and it is, angled here at the top. But yeah, just a great looking sleeve. I love to see this in the RTR motors. At least they're doing something, And these little bypass ports here are Schnurly ports, secondary Schnurly. What's weird about, I don't understand why they cut this all the way down. I'm not exactly sure what it does. Because when you look at it, I'm not going to push the piston all the way up, but the piston only comes down to like right here. So all the ports are opened. And you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that. It doesn't fully open up. So that's interesting. And I know I'm doing this kind of backwards, but it's because I really, really love this cooling head. Okay. Sorry guys. Bumped it there. I love the design of it. All these little cuts in here. Look at the airflow for this motor. It's got lots of cuts in it. Little teeny little nicks here. Kind of cool. But yeah, this cooling head just can absolutely breathe. Love to see this. Wish more motors were chopped up like this. The cooling heads were chopped up a little more. Get some more air in there. Keep them a little cooler. A little bit harder to get this guy to hold temperature in. But if you're in a hot climate like mine, hot summer can hit 100 degrees, 105 easy. So, we bring on the cooling for sure here in Utah. But anyway, guys, so this is a look at the Dynamite Big Red. Beautiful engine. Kind of bummed out about this manufacturing error here. This little scratch in the piston. That kind of bothers me. So yeah, Skyler, when you watch this, I'm gonna wipe everything down. Slap a little oil in it for you, of course. And then maybe you should talk to Horizon, or Tower. I think you bought it off Tower, if I recall correctly, and see, what they'll do for you, bud. That's, it's not critical. I think the motor will run fine. I don't think it's at a danger point or anything like that, but that's just sure a bummer to see a scratch like that in a brand new motor. So anyway, I'd like to thank all of you guys for tuning in. I definitely appreciate it. And we'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.